We never actually see his pants. That's interesting. These silhouettes, I'm going to pick a color and do the whole body. And I think I'm in a position where I can do that. Let me go ahead and, like, those could be the same color. So can these. Shoes, I'm going to make much lighter gray. That's the only time they're seen. Make them dark gray. Okay, quick save. Let's take a look at what we're working with now. Got to figure out that the characters are largely taken care of. Their mouths. All right. Now I have some decisions to make. I need to figure out the color of the bags. Actually, I know what I'm going to do first. Let's get this fursuit taken care of, because that's going to be important. And I know what color that's going to be. I know all the colors for that. I realized after I drew it that the model of this particular fursuit is very different from the other one. But I think this actually looks better. Looks a little like Tails now that I'm thinking about it from the Sonic games. Well, that was not the intention. But someone's going to call me on that. Whatever. Not too worried about it. Where is this? Is the one. Something I recently learned, by the way, I did not realize this, but with a lot of fursuits, you're seeing through the mouth. I guess it makes sense, but as humans, we're always trained to look at the eyes. So I was surprised to learn that. There may be a comic in the future about that very fact, but I haven't quite figured out how the joke gets written. The obvious punchline is my eyes are down here, but how exactly it'll work, we do not yet know. I'm making these eyes gray because I want it to be obvious they're not real. They're not actually the eyes, they're just decoration. All right. This helps me a lot. That bag is going to be a deep blue. It always helps when you have colors you know are going to be in there to get them down because it helps you figure out what other colors would balance everything out well. There you go. That'll work. I think there's a bad line there, but with it that dark, I bet it won't show up. Yeah, I'm so excited to be able to finally introduce a furry character. It's been coming for a long time. So one of the things that uh, I mentioned, I talked about this in the last video. So if you're watching the replays, you're probably going to be sick of hearing me repeat myself. But it always really bothered me the way furries were treated at anime cons when I started out, and it's something that I don't know, it was always kind of in the back of my mind when I was thinking about how I would introduce them to this particular comic. Nope. Because one of the so I knew a guy. I wouldn't call him a friend. He was an acquaintance through another friend. But he used to walk up to every furry he saw at a con, right up to them and say, "You are an abomination." And that always pissed me off. But I never called him on it. I should have. But it was like stuff like that. It's part of why it was always important to me that a character like this needed to get added because furry stories need to be told, and there's plenty of places where they're talked about. Um, and in many cases, that's kept a little separate from the. It's kept as a separate community in a lot of ways, but it's not. It's part of the anime community and the cosplay convention community, and I'm really excited to be able to include that. I need to look up something really quickly. The So the gym is called Pyrite's Gym, which is a joke. Uh, all right, they switch up their logo. Pyrite's a little greenish. That's what I thought. Okay, so Pyrite, for those of you who don't know, and I was having great fun with this joke uh, when I was doing the inking, is fool's gold. So this is a joke on Gold's Gym, a popular gym that I almost belonged to once. That's deep. It'll be close enough. That's the same color as the bag, isn't it? Let's get it a little. That'll actually be great. Make it gray. Try not to make the logo too close. But yeah, one of my old roommates was a big fan of. Well, he talked me into getting a membership because he could talk me into doing most things. That kind of friend, and he talked me into it. And after I got it, I was like, "This is a mistake," and I managed to get out of it, which you normally can't do. I'm gonna check something. Yeah. See if I can take all that a tone darker. That looks black. That does look better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, I never finished coloring his bag. But yeah, he talked me into it, and there was a clause that if I dropped it within a week, uh, or something like that, I get a full refund, which is one of the main reasons I agreed to sign it. And then when I actually did that, they were like, "No, wait, we were kidding," and I'm like, "Well, that sucks because I have it in writing." So I got out of it, and they still email me sometimes. And this was back when I was in Virginia, so not going to happen, buddy. Sorry.